Welcome traders to yet another educational video of Nifty Short-Term View, episode number 50. What a volatile trading sessions we had in last 2 days. Yesterday we did witness that Nifty futures did close to 140 points down, and today suddenly with a very sharp pullback. In fact, we have seen a close of 162 points in positive, and even Bank Nifty has managed to close almost 1% in the positive territory. In fact, I think the most surprising thing is the IT pack, the way it was falling yesterday, did feel that probably some more downside is left in the IT pack, but you can see this particular gap which was created on possibly 20th July. I think this gap has saved IT pack, and due to this gap we have seen again a sort of sharp pullback in today's intraday session. Now, if you see the Nifty futures chart in the daily time frame and in the hourly time frame, I think without any doubts we can clearly say that the trend is certainly up in both of the time frames. Even in the Bank Nifty futures in the hourly chart and in the daily chart, we can clearly see that the trend is certainly up. But there is one very big reason to worry, and that worry is the weekly time frame chart. Generally, I don't discuss about weekly time frame charts in Nifty short-term view, but the current stage at what market is trading is not a very good one, and it's very, very difficult to decide what way the markets will go. And the reason for that is, if you see properly, currently this is just a mere pullback in the weekly time frame chart. In the daily time frame chart, I did say that yes, the trend is up, but in the weekly time frame chart, this is a mere pullback. And if you see properly at the 50% retracement, I think there is a resistance at 16,793, which is 16,800. And I believe from the level of 16,600 levels, all right, somewhere over here, till 16,800, this entire 200 points band range is a very, very strong resistance for Nifty futures. Now, whether the market will be able to surpass this and move higher or not is, I think, anyone's guess. And I think one should not be biased. If in your trading system, if you have a long trade, you can initiate the trade, but be very, very vigilant in your trades, and please adhere your stop losses wisely. Now, today's pullback, I think, has been able to come due to this 23.6% Fibonacci retracement. Although we can see the prices have not touched this particular retracement, but if you see, there is a gap over here, which I would like to highlight for all of you. And this gap is very, very important. You can see this gap. This gap has, been existing along with this Fibonacci retracement. And that is the reason today's up move has occurred. Now, apart from today's up move of 160 points, there is one more thing which I was just watching. When Nifty futures were going up from 15,800 levels till 16,700, I think there was a steady rise of volumes, if I'm not wrong. You can see this rise in the price and rise in the volumes. Again, somewhere in this zone, if you check, there is a rise in the volume. Now, vis-a-vis, if you check this particular zone, today's rally, see what has happened today. Volumes have come down. So when generally volumes come down and the prices go higher, this is a negative divergence. This is not a good sign. Obviously, the trend is up. The momentum is very, very strong right now. I certainly do not deny that, because you can see RSI is going up very sharply, but the participation is slightly on the lesser side. And same thing I have witnessed in Bank Nifty futures. Even in the Bank Nifty futures, if you check properly, when prices were going higher from the zone of 34,490 or 34,500, there was a rise in the price and the rise in the volumes. Same thing is over here. Price is rising, volume is rising. What about today's up move? Today's up move, we can see the volume has come down and the price has gone up. So this is a very clear sign that the participation is very, very less. Plus, with today's up move, if I convert this chart into a line chart, can clearly see we have a higher close in Bank Nifty futures and we have a lower high in RSI. This is not a negative divergence, but this is a sign that probably the momentum on the upside is slightly waning. As of now, there is no signs to worry, but until and unless if we see a negative candle or something very drastic thing happens in the market, then it would be a different thing. As of now, I think people who are long in the swing trades or in the positional trades, you can continue to hold your trades with trailing stop losses. But a request to all of you, please be open to any sort of volatility in the market. And the reason for that is we are near a very, very important resistance. Even in the daily chart, it is visible in Nifty futures. We are near the previous high. Bank Nifty futures has been able to surpass its previous high in the daily chart. But Nifty futures, I think, preliminary to the IT and the metal pack, which have not performed very strongly as comparison to all other sectors. We have not been able to surpass this. And from 16,600 to 16,800, it's a very strong resistance. Now, if this momentum continues, suppose if this momentum continues on the upside, then I would suggest that once we close above 16,700 levels confidently and we sustain above it, then the two levels which could be tested on the upside would be 16,800 and probably 16,900 and maybe even 16,950. All right. And in the Bank Nifty futures, the levels from my side would be the first of all, I think we need to sustain above 36,900 levels. If this level is taken off confidently, then the first level to be tested would be 37,200 and 37,450. All right. So these are a couple of levels in the Nifty futures and in the Bank Nifty futures which could be tested. But again, as I'm saying that please be vigilant to any incoming volatility because we are near a very, very important resistance. Plus, I think you can see a lot of results of different stocks are coming up and we have an RBI policy coming up, I think in next few days. So please trail your stop losses at proper levels. All right. So I hope this video helps you to understand how overall market is going to pan out in the next few days. If you have any queries, you can drop in the comment box. I'll try to answer your queries. Thank you. Trade well. Stay safe.